Or
I'm just gonna call
Ernest.
this the show from now on.
Well,
This is the show.
this is the show,
Yeah.
and I guess Twitch will just have to deal with all of that
Yeah.
show
But yeah,
calling.
just Ernst not showing up. He's Ernst now too, leaving off that middle E.
I call him the third.
The third. Oh, that's a good one.
Mhm.
EW. Let's see. What's his? EWD. That's not as good as EDW.
No, it's not.
EDW the third would have been great.
Well,
You could
all
call
right.
him you.
I guess I'm gonna tear the Band-Aid off right now.
Just do it, man. Just do the thing.
So, good evening, Twitch. If you've been following my streaming career, you may know that that Halloween night of whatever year it was, 2014 maybe, I tried to stream the entirety of The Evil Within while also slamming rum and cola.
That sounds
And
wonderful.
and I made it about 3 hours in before I got so mad that I had to put the game away for maybe a year and a half. And so I didn't finish playing The Evil Within until earlier this year, and I hated every second of it. Well, that's not exactly true, but it was upsetting. So welcome to the sequel. I'm here tonight with Kenneth, Mr. Heartbreak himself, and Kenneth's going to be providing some moral support while I try desperately not to rage quit the game. So I did notice. This is as far as I got in the game. I did notice that they have two types of controls. They have a control scheme for players that like standard third-person shooters, and then also a shitty mode for people who like the first game. I thought that
What was the first game's controls? Like, why were they shitty?
well, I mean, apparently they are not standard third-person shooter controls. They actually look very similar. The main difference is in what things are toggles versus buttons you have to hold, I think. But I'm gonna go with the default Type A. Sprint is toggle, cover is hold, Arsenal
Right.
hold. I've never had to.
You're gonna go with the good controls.
I've never had to deal with an Arsenal button before, which is
Arsenal.
L1. Okay, so that's just like a weapon select, I guess, is what they mean by that.
Like an inventory. All right.
It's probably like a wheel, a gun wheel, that kind of thing. So, I don't know. This is really hard to gauge. It always looks different on the stream. Compression must fuck with the contrast.
Yeah, compression will usually make things a little darker.
So I'll err on the high side. Also ruining the experience for everybody, I guess. Oh, and here's my pre-order bonus. The Last Chance Pack, which it looks like I've got some vitamins, some kind of gun, I don't know, a pile of stuff, a box, a box with first aid, and a plant. Chapter 2 is where that kicks in. Okay. And we could go straight to the credits and then just stop the stream, probably.
I mean, that works.
Okay. Fine. I don't know. I guess survival will do. Oh, aim assist. Please choose whether or not you'd like to use aim assist.
I kind of like reading that whole thing as just one thing, where it's casual survival nightmare instead of casual survival or nightmare. That makes it a little more fun.
You've got some fans in the chat, K-Love.
Oh shit, it's Phil Dini. What up, Phil? So, I don't know if it's something you can do at the moment, Owen, or not, but the stream I'm watching of your screen is very choppy.
Well, let's see.
Home engulfed in flames. Tragic fire kills Nanny. That's just terrible.
No, this is not happening.
Well, that's unfortunate.
There's a Tom Waits song that I love, where it's this dude, like, he's married and he's got a dog and a house and everything's happy and great, and then one day he stops off, gets a couple of beers, picks up a gallon of gasoline, goes home and burns the house down with the dog in it. Maybe that's what happened. The guy just couldn't handle it anymore.
That could be.
Yeah. never know.
So it looks like I can't. Rescale. Oh wait. Let's see.
Yeah, it's just kind of hopping in and out.
Try pulling it back up.
It's doing pretty good now. Listen to some strange music. Hey, Tom Waits is not strange. Tom Waits has been making music for like 40 years. But I think he's done a lot of drugs. So there's a song about a dude who's nothing but an eyeball. There's, you know,
That's actually about me.
it's Tom Waits. Tom Waits is amazing. If you've not listened to Tom Waits, you should go listen to Tom Waits.
Oh God, Lily!
But yeah, so dude's house is on fire.
So I feel like the makers of this game
Damn it!
finally got around to playing The Last of Us
Yeah,
And,
I can kind of feel that.
and wanted to like
Lily, I'm here!
capitalize on some of that.
Oh God, is she upstairs?
That looked like my outdoor set.
Wow, this place is a mess. Oh, but they
See,
have a
Phil,
nice,
I think you're trying to say
nice tea
this
set.
place
though.
is a mess. See, he left the stove on making tea and burning the house down. It's a tea party gone wrong. His little girl just wanted to play with some dolls, and the dude burns the house down.
What's with these?
Who leaves out? The people who burn down their house are who leave out their china. All right. Who
What's,
leaves a banana?
Why are these bananas so straight?
Yeah. Why are there two very straight bananas? Oh, these are the Brexit bananas.
Oh God.
Yeah. Look at me getting topical.
How did this happen?
That's a subject from only like 18 months ago. You left the stove on, dude. Well, now you're just back where you were.
Yeah.
Oh, but there's the stairs.
There's a
Anyway,
cool
Phil.
backpack.
Oh, there is. That is a cool backpack. I'm
Oh,
assuming
God.
that your insanity thing here is about Tom and having done music for like 40 years. He's not done the same music for 40 years though. It's a very eclectic playlist.
I'm here, Lily.
He's
serious.
he's gone
Check
through a different scene every couple of years. My favorite Tom Waits is like the jazzy diner ensemble stuff.
Right, yeah.
Nighthawks and that kind of thing.
Yeah. like that's probably what he does best. That like probably my favorite song of his is from that era, the Step Right Up song, where it's like the
Yep.
constant sales pitches.
Mm-hmm.
Such a great song. But yeah, like every like 5 years, he's a totally different act. It's locked, dude.
Yeah, I don't know why.
If this guy could just see the floating lock, he would know better. No one in the bed. Oh, snazzy duffel bag.
That was a cool
Damn it,
kind
where is
of.
she?
Yeah, where is she? Jesus Christ.
Hopefully she's not in the fire.
Am I? Oh. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here.
Is she down the hall?
Oh, the kids'
You get a
room.
couple of
I guess
rooms.
she's in the kids' room.
She's probably in the room that says Lily, because he keeps saying
Mm.
Lily. Oh look, Daddy's got a butterfly.
I'm not convinced. Let's.
That might not be her room. It might
Okay.
just be a closet.
You're right. We should check it out anyway.
We'll see.
Come on
We'll
out.
see. We'll see you another night, Phil.
Lily,
Have a
where
good
are
night.
you? I'm here. Dad's here.
You know,
Here for me, Dad.
all these years of people making people in video games.
Mm.
Uh-oh.
I feel like this
And it was all
was
just a dream.
about as effective as that
Lily,
the lost kid scene in Heavy Rain.
See, this is why you don't let people touch you in dreams.
Mm.
Hey, look, it's Joel. And some men in black.
Yes, this is Sebastian Castellanos, and he is a professional alcoholic policeman.
That was the main character in the first one, right?
Yep.
kid.
All right. See, I remember a little bit from what I skimmed on Wikipedia.
Yeah,
It's been a long time.
and I think
3 years. I've been trying to track you down for 3 years.
he's talking with Julie Kidman, who is the star of the
Here
DLC.
now, damn it.
Ah, she's the one that doesn't get a gun.
Want you to. Calm
Mhm.
down, Sebastian.
That's a very
What's
wide
gonna
booth.
happen in that hospital, didn't you?
I know.
I don't
always
know that
feel
I've ever seen a.
Happened
I don't know if I've ever seen a
in the
dive bar
past.
booth that's that
We need
wide,
to
that
forget it.
spacious.
yeah.
You sound just like that psychologist the Force shoved down my throat. But
So
he
what I was gonna
didn't have
say,
answers.
we've been making video games with people in them for like
You're gonna tell
decades
me.
now,
About Mobius.
and we still can't get teeth to look right.
Teeth are tough.
Like teeth and mouths just look so terrible in video games.
I'm here because
They
of
wear their
this.
sunglasses at night.
By court order, I think.
That she's there, or that they wear the sunglasses.
The sunglasses.
Where did you get
yeah.
this?
They're probably just welded on.
Lily's still
Oh, see,
alive.
you can't just pull a gun on somebody in a bar. That's not a good idea, man.
Lily
Alcohol
is
and bullets, come on.
I read the police report.
This
I
is
was
how
at her
suicides
funeral.
happen.
We can rewrite history if we want to.
Yep.
Staging a death is child's play.
We can rewrite
Why
history.
would I come out of the shadows?
Oh,
just
that's
to
not
lie
the
to
right
you?
metaphor to use there.
Lily is alive.
She's a Git user.
She's with us. But she's in danger. We need you to help save her.
Look, we can cherry pick her commit out of the history,
Save her.
I mean, not to.
and then she won't have
What have
died.
you done to her?
I like to talk about Git as though it's time travel.
Hands off me.
To some degree, it is. And just like time travel, if you mess with the past, or in Git, you mess with the ref log, you have problems.
Oh, yeah.
I was hoping
See-
you'd come willingly, Sebastian.
I want a gun like that.
But we don't have
I
time
want
for this
a hydro,
bullshit.
like a hypo gun.
We need you.
Giant needle in the neck.
I have no idea what I'd use it for or who I'd use it on, but just a hypo gun.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing that more people need. You know, like you should just have it all the time.
I could probably use one.
Yeah.
If I had a glucagon hypo gun.
Sebastian?
Anytime
Yeah, that
my
could be handy.
my blood sugar got low, I could do it like Blade. I could like
Yeah.
jab it into
Yeah,
my knee,
exactly.
or not my
Yeah.
knee, but
You'd make
My-
it way more dramatic.
my thigh. Yeah.
So this is
Well,
the
I don't know.
almighty Mobius, huh?
Wesley Snipes did a pretty
Careful
good
about what
job.
you say.
No, I mean more dramatic than normally giving yourself glucose.
Oh, I see.
So powerful
You're
they
right.
could
Right.
kidnap a
Chewing on a
washed-up
tablet is
ex-cop to help.
way less dramatic than
At least you're terrible for
jabbing a
humorous like
giant
that.
syringe gun into my
Enough of
leg.
this bullshit.
I mean, maybe
Where's
could you make the
Lily?
tablet like foam really badly so it
All
looks
your
like you've
answers
like swallowed
are right.
cyanide or something?
Poison pill. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
would- that would be-
you've suddenly gotten rabies.
Beacon Mental Hospital
That would be very
was
dramatic.
An unfortunate setback.
Imagine the mindfuck if you're playing this game and all of a sudden you walk in here and it's just like the cryo chamber from Fallout 4.
Improved STEM system.
Or if it's like
And
a meticulously modeled version of your
What does
living
this have to
room.
do with my daughter?
Right.
Imagine it. Millions of minds.
Oh, it's nice that you can
connected
skip it
together.
just by holding a button.
Happiness for one. is
That tells you how
happiness for
important the
all.
story actually is.
Mm-hmm.
This machine, this miracle, will allow our species to achieve greatness.
Look at this low rent Morpheus.
We needed to start with a mind.
This
that was
G-Man.
pure and clean enough to support
Mhm.
thousands of personalities. The mind
What if we took the smoking
is
man
the
from
child.
X-Files and Morpheus and mashed them together? Oh, bad kerning.
You connected
Terrible
me to
kerning.
that machine?
Over there on
Your
Lily.
daughter,
Wasn't he walking just a
quite
second ago?
special.
Yeah.
The most stable core candidate we've
He's a
ever
good walker.
tested. Thanks
He's
to her,
so good at
new
it.
STEM has been a smashing success.
Core candidate.
So, oh god, he looks hideous.
Science,
I don't know
technology,
why.
engineering, and manufacturing.
A little over a week ago,
Oh wait, math, not
Lily
manufacturing.
vanished. Just stopped sending signals. Then the STEM environment began.
So I feel
to
like they're not
collapse.
really
We thought it was
giving
just
us
a
any
technical
useful
glitch,
information here. So
an easy fix.
I
So we
mean,
sent a team of Mobius agents
They had his
inside.
daughter. They were using
Then
her to
we
make
lost
people
contact
happy,
with them.
or something
Instead,
like that.
went dark.
And then she
Think about
vanished.
this, Mr. Castellanos.
And now they can't teach
I
math to
have
kids
provided
anymore.
you an opportunity. Not only to see
something
your
that makes me
daughter,
really mad about this game
save her
already
life.
is the fact that I love the Cell.
Something you thought
You remember that movie?
We're 5 minutes into this thing. The
You
Cell,
can
that
save
was
her. Or let her
is
die.
Jennifer Lopez.
Jennifer
one?
Lopez and Vincent D'Onofrio.
It's your choice.
Right. It's been a
Yeah.
long time since I've seen that one.
So I love that
remember it being
movie
pretty good.
because the costume and set designs are so incredible.
Yeah.
And just the whole thing revolving around dream imagery, I thought worked really well. And I feel like
Try to cooperate with
I feel like
imaging
this
others
game
might
would have
find
been
you.
so much better, especially the first one, if the douchebag they sent in to the dream world wasn't like a raggedy
Remember, the
alcoholic
call made
cop,
the moment you find Lily.
but was instead some kind of a social worker.
Extraction process.
Like that would have just
I'll be out here for you.
it would have opened up a lot more possibilities for gameplay.
Yeah. Well, and that presents a more interesting character dynamic too, right? Like
Right.
And
somebody
someone
who's
will
concerned
be
with,
there
like,
for you.
the reasoning behind what's going on.
Somebody
More than-
whose chief purpose is to help eliminate demons, right?
Yeah, they want to make things better. You know what's cool about that dude? He actually has a light on his backpack,
Be careful.
so just wherever he walks, he's always backlit.
That's true. That is true. We found that out in
Yeah.
the DLC from the first game.
Yeah, he has his own personal backlighting at all times, which is pretty awesome. Like that takes a lot of money.
STEM entry.
You gotta
in
really spend a lot for that.
3, 2,
So he's
1.
just basically gonna take a nap in the bath,
Yeah. I mean, I
which
can't
is a
believe
really good way to
he's
drown.
I can't believe he's willingly just going to participate in this.
It's like the pensive in Harry Potter.
I don't know what that is.
No, it's the magical thing where you can pull memories out, and then people can stick their faces in there and experience the memories as though they were
Oh.
living through them.
Okay.
It's cool. It's fun. So you're talking about the Cell. Do you remember the movie Cube?
Yes.
Did you ever see Cube?
Yep.
I would love to have a game that was like of a similar concept to that, where you have to figure out the safe passage through an insanely dangerous world.
All right.
There's a board game that's based on it that's called like Room 25.
Hmm.
That seems to be pretty cool, but it's one of those games where you have like a traitor. So those are hit and miss on playing with a group,
Is this?
because sometimes you get people who just don't give a shit
Where
about
am I?
playing that up.
Yep. That is.
Spirit consumes stamina. Oh wait, that's sprint.
I
not
think
spirit.
it was sprint. Yeah.
Spirit would have been way more interesting. I bet that house is gonna catch fire.
Oh.
Look at
that's,
that. Look what I just did.
What kind
I
of a
called it.
sophisticated mind?
Oh, now it's gone.
Our little girl is gone.
No. I'll never accept it. If you won't help me, I'll find out the truth on my own.
What the hell is this place?
So my assumption is that
We've got a call.
he was a single father at the time when his daughter died.
Yeah, his wife died, and I can't remember the timeline exactly, but I feel like it was like she committed
he's-
suicide because of the child death or something
okay.
like that.
Because he's there telling her like that their kid was dead.
Yeah,
That's a very modern phone
yeah, I don't know what's going on
or an
with that
explosive
phone.
device. You gotta be careful when you answer that phone. You might die. It may just blow up in your hand.
Kidman.
You have to make sure the phone doesn't drop below 50 miles an hour.
How are you feeling?
Terrible.
Well, 50 miles an hour is a very hard number for a phone to hit, so it can't drop below 50 hertz.
Once your mind has adjusted. You're in an area separate from the main system right now. That's how we're able to
Oh, so his daughter died, but the painting, the drawing was saved. That's good. He kept the important part.
My memories, huh? If that's the case, then where are my wife and child? This place looks like my old office at Crimson City PD.
It was your subconscious that built it. You should ask yourself that question.
Look at those
Let's get down
suspects.
to business.
Yep, just a whole wall of suspects,
They're
and
the
the
one star.
and the yeah. So the I can investigate it.
I
The,
remember the
Photos of a
one
bunch of
star
Mobius agents here.
thing from your
They
playthrough
lost
with
team missing.
That's
with
them.
Kidman.
Let us know if you locate
Yep.
any of them. You're our only line of
That's the
communication
Mobius thing,
down.
I'm guessing.
They're
That is the
sending
Mobius
in
thing.
searching for Lily too.
All right.
Union.
Normally you don't
This graphic
see
environment was
have you
designed to
seen
look
these
and feel like
flyers
a
for
small
people
town
with
called
like
Union.
Great.
headphone
experts
things
need
where they're
rescuing
obviously like
too.
talking to
If
a
anyone can do it,
coordinator.
it's you.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
Oh yeah,
That's not
yeah.
That's
It
not
looks,
that's not
There's
common.
more info there. You should
Stan-
Like I've never seen that
software
on the back of a
programmer.
milk carton.
Uh-huh.
Secondary skills, communications, and small arms. See, just like any programmer, he thinks that communicating is a secondary skill,
Harrison, combat
and really that should be the
specialist, huh?
primary skill.
Hopefully he can take care of himself.
So have I got to find all these people? Is this part of the deal?
Baker.
Not much diversity on that team.
He's the guy I should try to find first.
What's this photo? Oh, that's just the stem setup.
Lily, your team, and now me.
That's meta.
We're all
You're
stuck
probably in the
inside
bathtub.
STEM.
I am
I still don't
in the
understand
picture.
why you can't
Yeah,
just take
Yeah.
them
I
out of
hope.
their pods and wake
Yeah, it's a
them up.
picture of you in the bathtub,
Works that way.
in your
Without
dream
core,
while you're in the
we're totally
bathtub.
locked out of the system.
Should have a little floating cloud thought bubble
Kill them and leave their
That'd be
of,
amazing.
of Sebastian staring at a pinboard.
Great. Mobius has got
Can
some
you
stellar
go
backup
deeper?
plans.
Can you go to sleep in a bathtub in the game while you're asleep in the bathtub?
We're gonna try.
Have you noticed that so there's the badge emblem on the Have You Seen Me posters, right?
Yeah.
With the eagle and the star.
Sykes.
If you look at it, it kind of looks like
Tech.
the
At least
revolver
he has
part of
some
the gun
small
where the
arms
bullets would be.
Mm.
Hmm.
Murdered by justice.
Murdered by justice. See, if this guy had put more time into his communication skills, he would still be around because he could have told people where he was going.
Hoffman.
Does this help? Does this make the game better for me to just trash talk random shit?
Yeah, I think so. I'm feeling much better, and I'm
I'm
also
here for you, man.
I'm also a little encouraged by what the game has given me so far. So, in the first game, we had missing posters that Sebastian would kind of look longingly at, and newspapers.
All right.
And so the missing posters all corresponded to bosses in the game, if I remember correctly. I don't think that's what they're going to do with these people.
They seem more like objectives in this one,
Yeah.
rather than
Town, USA.
like you might have a boss when you get to that person,
And relaxed.
Calm
But-
and relaxed.
you're not fighting
exact
that person
opposite
or
of me.
whatever.
What
Right.
happened at Beacon was beyond our control.
It doesn't seem like you've got
That
much
makes
control
sense.
this time either.
Look, I don't know what you're going to encounter in there. If you need information, I'd suggest you try talking to some of the locals. You know, canvass the area. Just like you taught me back at KCPD.
You were never
Get a couple of
real
folios
detective,
over there.
kid.
Yeah.
You're not a detective
Sebastian
anymore.
doesn't seem that interested in them, though. I don't know why.
That is a very ornate chair to have in a detective's office.
My
Oh.
first commendation.
Not the couch, but
Feels like
the
another
desk chair.
lifetime. I guess because it was.
The desk
First
chair.
and last, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. No, it is.
But no, like, right there, that green chair.
It's
Look
it's
at that.
old
That's,
money
That is some
right there.
ornate shit, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the chair behind the desk, even this is like
That's a nice chair.
fine leather. It's comfy looking.
Yeah, some Corinthian leather shit or whatever. This kind of reminds. So I went to Pi Gotham recently,
Yeah.
which was in New York, and it was at the Hotel Pennsylvania, which is
Ooh.
like from
remember owning
1918 or
a cat.
1919, something like that. Hey, it's Mr. Midnight.
It is Mr. Midnight. What's going
What's
on,
up,
buddy?
Mr. Midnight? Where's Fran?
Mr. Midnight's got a file for me. Oh, it's a slide.
Oh, nice.
It's a little slide.
This is a very modern police department.
Slide projector. Where did my memory dig? this
Anyway,
up?
so like 1919,
school?
100-year-old hotel, basically.
Yeah.
And this place kind of reminds me of it. Oh, that blood's going to make it really hard to project that. A relic from a pre-phone camera era. Really?
Yeah, that is true. I mean, that is one way to put it.
Jesus Christ. Just say old. How about that? There's only 11 of those in like the entire game.
I guess.
That seems disappointing. He's going to sit down, fire the projector, wait for the bulb to get warm for one slide.
Oh, wow.
And it's a slide of him sneaking up on his wife while she's pushing their daughter.
It's, look at him. He's got 2 cups of coffee.
2 cups of coffee. Yep.
He's being attentive to his wife, I guess.
Got his tie on. Now notice that his tie has been loosened and it's still above his belt, so he doesn't know how to wear a tie.
Yep.
I bet there's 11 of those circles
I think you're right.
since you
So,
found 1 out of 11.
yeah, so we gotta get busy looking for slides. I
Yeah, you gotta
guess.
find some more. Oh, action pose. Action crouch. What's up, Mr. Midnight? Mr.
Better than-
Midnight kind of looks like he's taking a shit on the
Just
desk.
like Beacon.
Mr. Midnight does look
Should
a
be
little
real.
distressed. You're
Why
right.
couldn't my
Yeah.
memory just make regular doors.
A mirror.
Yep. We're back at the mirror phase.
So mirrors are doors.
Mirrors are real, even though your eyes aren't real. Is the premise of this game? Wait, no, that's not
Okay.
right. That's not right at all. So
Okay.
so I guess okay. So we're not saving with the cat anymore. Oh, the phone.
Well, that is a major disappointment. Something's going to explode. I can't wait.
Wait, we're in chapter 2 already? How does
That makes sense.
what the heck was
Chapter
chapter
one.
1?
Chapter 1 was the intro. what most games would have probably
The
called
the
like
flashback.
prologue, right?
Right.
But this game is like, no, fuck it. We're gonna put you into chapter 1.
Here we
They're
go
like, it
again.
counts. You were
Yeah.
in a burning building.
Glass.
That's got to count for something.
Do we encounter like tree and vegetable people at some point in this game?
I don't know.
I'm harkening back to Franbo.
Yeah.
'Cause, you know, I got a couple more horror point and click games.
Did you?
In the Steam holiday sale? Yeah, including that one that you recommended, the Lost Chalice or whatever it was. Lost Crown.
Lost Crown, right.
Yeah, I picked that one up. So maybe I'll get to resurrect the Blood Custom soon. I like her Han Solo doll. That's pretty cool.
That's exactly what I thought. That's incredible.
Mom can fix
That's what
it,
it
right?
is, man. That's Han
She can
Solo.
fix anything.
I'm sorry, Sebastian. Your child is a little vapid. I don't think.
She can fix anything except for your burned body.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Yeah, spacing on this is a little
What's wrong?
like everything's really far apart.
It's something that really bothers me in TV shows and movies.
Amazingly smart.
When I
Right, like they have
see-
these like huge living rooms.
Right. Yeah.
Why wouldn't I be alright?
Like, oh, you're a struggling 20-something in New York City, and you've got this huge fucking common area
You've been
with all
Right.
this light and windows and
It's making you
Mm.
delirious.
Right. Well, like say Friends, right? Like what the fuck did any of them do?
yeah.
I know one of them was like a museum curator or something, and
Right.
the rest of them, what the fuck did they do? And they had this gigantic like penthouse apartment.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't have that in New York City. No one gets that in New York City. Seinfeld was at least realistic,
A little.
right? He was a struggling comedian, struggling-ish, and he had a crappy little apartment
Is this the right place?
with weird neighbors. See,
It's still
you lost it.
still a little bigger than I would have thought. So okay. Part of what got me excited about the sequel, setting
Yeah.
me up for failure here,
Uh-huh.
was the fact that oh wow,
What the?
this is actually okay. I'm right back to God. This is seesawing me between being pleased with it and being just offended.
And you're right back to just like hating the thing?
Right. So
Or what? Got a bunch of doors, bunch of curtains.
this is just highly derivative.
This is
So-
Bram Stoker's Dracula right here.
So okay, so this is the thing. This is like right out of The Cell. This
Yeah,
is right
yeah, I
out of
can
The
see
Cell.
that.
There was a scene where D'Onofrio was sitting on a throne at the top of a couple levels of stairs, and he's wearing this big flowing robe, and he's got these hooks in his back, and there's like red fabric that is looped through the hooks, and the fabric is kind of like on hooks all the way around the room in the big hall. And so
I
when
think
he
I remember that scene.
yeah, when he gets up all mad, gets up out of the chair, starts walking down the stairs, the fabric on the walls is like being pulled through, and it's like the
Right.
it's like you're suddenly inside a vein or something. It's like you're inside his body and there's blood. That's
I bet the set department hated every time they had to do a new take on that scene.
Mhm.
Having to rethread all that stuff.
a lot of setup. Yeah.
That would have been terrible. You know, D'Onofrio was like the thing that made me like Daredevil, like Netflix's Daredevil.
Yeah.
It was really shitty until he got into it.
Yep.
And like even his first like episode or two was like pretty crappy. And then like once he really got into the character, it was amazing. And then season 2 was terrible. And I haven't finished it. I haven't watched Iron Fist and I haven't watched Defenders because all I need is Jessica Jones and Nick Cage.
You're doing good work.
Like those two were amazing. Those two shows. Oh fuck. What happened?
Yeah, we got some switcheroos going on.
Oh, the door's behind you now.
Mm-hmm.
Because that makes sense.
William Baker. Okay, so this is one of the guys from the pinboard.
From the posters. So, like, the thing I always hate in games, and movies too, that do this, where it's like, oh, you're in a dream world, and then random weird shit happens to you because you're in a dream world, right?
Yeah.
But people know they're in the dream world.
Yeah.
If you're dreaming and, like, you're you're at that point where, like, you know that you're dreaming, usually you can control the dream. But these people never have any fucking control over the dream.
Wow. I mean, it's not a traditional dream, right? And so,
Which I get.
part of the thing is, I mean, I agree with you. I feel like Sebastian should be able to influence all kinds of things right now because they kind
Or
of
at
said
least shouldn't
that.
be surprised by the things.
Yeah,
What the hell?
You're gonna
I
fight a
mean-
T-cell zombie in a minute.
I hope not.
But yeah, I get that it's not like a traditional dream.
One of the search
But at the
team,
same time,
Baker.
that's at least a cool visual.
Yeah. Oh wow.
He's dead.
Am I supposed to click the shutter? What is?
I like the atmospheric music in the back there. It's poetic. It's very
I think it's just gonna
yeah,
go
that's
loop over and over. Okay.
almost kind of beautiful in a very gory way.
I wonder if I can stand in it. Oh, there's like a.
There's an eye. There have been body parts all along.
Yeah, there was a shot of somebody's back and shoulder in the hall.
You didn't really try all that hard to touch it.
No. It's cool to be.
The team leader.
Cool to be in this cube of murder space.
What he should do is he should figure out who shot the guy.
You think he should use his investigative skills?
I mean, he's a detective. Maybe he should detect. Also, that's an
Seems-
awful lot of blood to
Seems
come
like
out
a
of
stretch.
immediately out of
Yeah.
a bullet hole.
Yeah, it also looks like there's like flower petals.
Maybe he got shot by a flower.
Mark Wahlberg would be on board with that premise.
I mean, it's an idea, right? Somebody just like force pushed a flower through his head. Oh, can you turn off the music?
It doesn't appear to be
I kind of like the music. I think it
operable.
fits.
Yeah, we'll leave it on. Not that we have a
Okay,
choice.
so what? So I'm gonna call it now. I'm gonna spoil the game for you. I'm gonna call
Okay.
it now. Lily's the one killing everybody.
I believe you.
I mean, that's a shitty old premise,
Right.
but that's got to be it, right?
Yeah. So again, with my seesawing between being pleased and being upset at the
Oh, that's
derivative
interesting.
nature, it's kind of like this game is really meant to be.
That's not a good mirror.
No, it's a scummy, shitty mirror. This game is meant to be like an interesting blend of Resident Evil and Silent Hill. And Silent Hill, I don't know if you played any of the games in that series, but
I played a few of them, yeah.
so the deal with Silent Hill is that people are trapped in this nightmare world where they're kind of forced to come to grips with their own flaws.
Right. They kind of have to redeem, or not necessarily redeem, but deal with their sins or whatever.
Yep. So it's
You
kind of like
had a little something on the floor over there to mess with.
it's kind of like a
Someone tried to
telltale
lock
heart
the
kind of a
way
thing.
Right.
We're in.
And so in Silent Hill 2, which is kind of like, oh, weird.
It almost looks like somebody moved that bookcase.
Yeah,
Surely not, though.
it could happen. This makes me feel like the bookcase route is the way forward, so I'm gonna backtrack a little bit
Yeah, in case you missed something in one of the other rooms.
But yeah, so
Which this game seems a little sparse on anything that isn't like a clue.
well, yeah, I think that's
Like they didn't. There's no. You've got to figure out what's going on so far. It's all been like, hey, here's a thing. Also, like we're talking about with apartments, what the fuck, man? This is
Yeah.
a huge place.
this really is.
Who has an apartment this size?
Sadistic. Whoever did this
Take. You're
must
just gonna
have
take stuff. You're just gonna steal things. Oh,
It's
one of
evidence,
40.
okay? I can zoom in on the back of a photo.
I'm telling you, man, it was your daughter.
Oh, there we go.
There's a lot there. Look at all that. Oh, you can show and hide details.
Yeah. Oh, I'm glad I can bump into these light bulbs. That's good. um,
That's real handy.
so
They spent months figuring that out.
it's a tough thing to have. Actually, I think they may have built their own engine for this one.
Really?
The first one
Okay.
was made with the Tech 5, like the id engine
Okay.
that they built for Rage.
Okay.
I think there was a Mad Max game that was built with that engine also. But
I think I have that Mad Max game, but I haven't played it yet.
well, I wonder if it plays like gutter garbage because the first game absolutely did.
Well, I hadn't played it because I hadn't watched the newest movie, Fury Road. But then
Uh-huh.
we watched that, and so now I kind of wonder if I should play the game.
I heard good things
Which
about it.
surprisingly good movie.
Yeah.
We watched that, and then a month or two later, we ended up watching Wonder Woman. And I asked my wife like, which hero she found to be a better, or I suppose which heroine
Yeah.
she found to be a better like empowerment symbol or whatever. And her vote was for Furiosa.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I believe it.
I mean, like Wonder Woman was really damn good, but somebody's calling you.
I should
Wouldn't it suck if the phone was at the top of the stairs?
yeah.
Hello?
Just call him back. Star 69, right?
Who was that?
It's your daughter.
Most likely.
See, we've already solved this. God, this dude's an idiot. Like, they tell you that your daughter's gone missing, and then you go into the dream world, and shit's weird.
Like naturally.
Who's the person you immediately suspect, right? Daughter. Every time. We know how these games work. It's a small thing, but I like that they put the ring on his finger.
Yeah, he's still wearing it.
But, like, that makes sense, right? Like, if
Yeah.
he's the kind of guy who probably can't move on.
Yep.
So he's going to keep wearing the ring.
Right.
So it makes sense that they actually put it on there. But so many games would have just not put it on there. They wouldn't have modeled that one extra little thing. There should be something sitting in there. If this was a Resident Evil game, you'd have to go find the statue that goes in that alcove. And then there'd be two others of them, and then it would unlock a door
Oh, right.
where
So
you'd get some herbs and maybe a gun.
you would pick that stuff
Okay,
up,
but-
but then you would immediately get jumped by a floor zombie.
Well, yeah. Anytime you got like 3 herbs, you were like, "Well, shit, here comes an ambush." Like, I kind of missed the first couple of Resident Evil games were so good. Like, they're really badly made games, but they were so good from the storytelling aspect
Mhm.
and fun to play aspect. You might
Oh,
explore this floor first.
we got
Crouch.
we got a file.
You're already doing that. Oh, another file. File 2 out of 40. What is this? Extravagant letter.
Truth seekers, welcome.
Spiritual acuity test. The SAT. Ah, yeah. Nearest
Super.
Moose Center. So this is Scientology.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're
Yeah.
we're
Next
being
cleansing ceremony.
we're being processed right now.
Handwritten on the back. Lies, all lies. I mean, that's generally the way it works. I liked that the game told you to crouch when you were already crouching. That was a pretty nice touch.
Hey! Damn it!
Yep, they
What's going
they
on
can't
here?
resist.
Oh, look. But you know you're in a dream.
He's not even
You
going
know
to
you're
try
in a
to
dream. What?
break
Who was she?
the glass. No, not an option.
I actually I forgot about this until just now. I actually had a dream about you last night, Owen.
What?
You were bartending somewhere,
Oh,
and
that's
I
weird.
was chatting with you, waiting until you got off work so we could go to a conference together.
Huh.
So, yeah. And I was trying to figure out like a hotel, like where I was going to stay that night.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it was a strange dream. I think I was thinking about this stream. Again with the snazzy chairs. Like that's a nice looking chair.
I like the wallpaper. The carpet
Yeah,
I could leave, but
Yeah, the wallpaper's got a nice I mean, the mold could go away,
I don't
but
know.
it's got a nice pattern to it. I kind of like it. And the wainscoting, that's kind of you don't see that a lot anymore. That's what that's called, right? The like waist high thing there.
The molding. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I think that's wainscoting. I don't know, whatever. The thing, it looks nice. It's a nice set. They could clean it up a little. They could paint it. Wipe the walls down with some bleach. Is the woman gonna smash into these doors?
Mm,
No? Okay.
But we do have a.
Oh, we got more of Vincent D'Onofrio here.
That's right. Welcome to the Black Lodge.
So let's see what's in. What do you want to make a guess on what's in there?
Uh,
There's a tied up person. That's what's in there. Oh, now we got a Twin Peaks kind of vibe going on.
right.
Bit of Twin Peaksy. I never watched all of Twin Peaks. I
It's
should
too
probably
bad.
watch it at some point. I did enjoy the Twin Peaks homage episode of Psych, though.
That was a little weird.
It was strange, but that whole show was a little weird. All of Psych was kind of weird. Oh, see, there's the problem. That guy stabbed you.
Sebastian, come on. Entering and exiting cover.
Oh,
Okay.
so you can enter cover.
All right. And given my my control mode, I think this is a hold. So
Yeah,
I've
I think
got
it said you had to hold.
Let's go. Let's go around. Can I? Oh, okay.
Can you keep coming around? Yeah, you just gotta. There you go.
Oh, buddy.
Did you ever play? There was a game for PS3 that was like Phantom Dust or something like that.
Just like the search team member.
Doesn't sound familiar.
It was an arena combat game to some degree, where you had different abilities that you could use on your enemies. That you would you'd absorb dust as you ran around the arena, and then you could like hurl a fireball at them or whatever. I don't know. That dude's smoky thing kind of reminded me of it. It wasn't a great game. It might have actually been Xbox and not PS3. Like the first Xbox, which I almost
very
called
first
Xbox One.
Yeah. No,
I almost called that Xbox One, but then that would be wrong.
that would be a big mistake.
God, I hate Microsoft's naming scheme on the Xbox.
They really went for it, you know?
I wonder if
They
you
had
were
an
able to take all
idea.
these pictures in at once. Well, so I do like that the Xbox One X becomes XBOX for like the acronym.
You like that?
Like
huh?
that's kind of genius
That was
in its
like
own way.
the whole point.
Yeah, like this is really long troll where they just got you to the point where you could have Xbox as the acronym for the device. Like that's kind of cool. But yeah, they need to come up with some better names because like Xbox was fine, and then Xbox 360 just gets them back where they were, And then Xbox One is literally the first thing they did. So they've never come up with a new name for the Xbox. Oh shit. Camera shutter as an eye.
This is
That's an analogy that's never been done before.
yeah.
Nope, somebody just got yanked into a room.
Again, my spidey senses are flipping out and getting a little upset. Because that's what spidey senses are for, right?
What, like you're expecting certain things to happen, or
No, not that. It's it's all
or
about
you're
this.
just picking up like story hints?
It's not story hints. It's me being offended by recycled elements and tropes. So
Okay.
so the fact that we just went through this space, and
But downstairs.
we went through a room, and we came out the
Yeah.
other side, and now we're back at a space that mirrors the space that we just came from. This is all riffing off of PT. This is
I mean-
feeling very Kojima at this point.
Look, man. Look, they
yes.
built their own engine for this. They only had so much time and budget left for building sets.
I
You can only make so many levels, okay?
I get that.
That door's covered in blood.
Oh, this
He'd
is
probably have better luck getting these doors open if he used the handles instead of just pushing on the door.
I don't know. I mean, I've had good success just leaning on doors.
Yeah? Just random lock the doors, and you're just like, what if I just leaned on this thing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's another file for you.
So the photograph is well lit and in focus.
Well, that's nice.
I mean,
It's good that they took a nice photo of the murder instead of a shitty photo of the murder, where you're just like, what's going on here? Is this blood? Is this, you know,
can't really make it out.
just a smear? Yeah, I'm telling you, just try the handles. Especially when you're pushing on the wrong side of the door.
Mm.
Like he's pushing on, you know, the hinge side of the door, and then it's not opening. There's a reason for that. I also like that that's the one door he kicks open.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah. What if he tried kicking open the doors that aren't opening for him?
Oh, we got bodies up here.
We got bodies?
And a pendulum, like a
Oh,
clock.
shit. We got bodies, yeah.
I wish they would hit the floor. That's all I want right now.
They really should hit the floor. It's kind of disappointing that they're just hanging there.
We got some little parcels. They could be heads.
Maybe that's some of the body. Maybe it's literally some body.
Do you think they've got some body to love?
I really hope so, because everybody needs somebody to love. Hey, can you catch that dude?
I don't.
What if you caught that dude?
I think I'm too slow.
I'm gonna bet you're too slow, yeah. Again, you're in a known dream world. Couldn't you just be faster? I think I saw a Harry Potter picture back there where the picture changed.
Yeah, that could be.
Christ.
I'm not as big of a fan of this art installation as the previous ones. I don't think that's what that depicts.
These look like dummies,
Yeah, this is more mannequin-y than anything.
except they are bound with like barbed wire.
Well, I mean, you
It's-
can do that to a mannequin if you can do whatever you want to a mannequin. It's not real. It's, just plastic. Nobody gets upset if you wrap barbed wire around your mannequin.
Mm,
Those are more realistic nipples than I normally see on mannequins. Though.
yeah.
We went to Target the other day and there was a pregnant mannequin, which was something I hadn't seen before.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was like, and they had mannequins of different body sizes and shapes. I was like, good for you, Target. Can you walk through the curtains, the hanging drapes?
Let's try it. Yeah, I can go right through. Which is
That's cool.
Like
That's
I
nice.
I can go right through incorrectly. I
Oh,
phase
yeah,
right
no,
through
never
it.
mind. That part's not good. Yeah,
But I mean, it was a good passing effect.
it's not terrible. Yeah. Yeah, every time you go in or out of the little cube around the murder things, my stream gets a bit janky. Oh, hey, there's a
There's
a plaque.
A little,
There's a plaque.
yeah, it just gives me
Just tells you that it's a thing.
a nice view of the piece. Okay.
All right. Yeah. What does it say on there? Rebirth. All right. I thought it said health for a moment, which would have been equally weird.
Yeah, so Rebirth fits with the cloth visuals that we've seen.
Yeah. It makes sense. Ooh, bloody elevator. No way this goes badly.
They won't let me pick what floor we're going to.
You should just push all of them. Just go all the way through the whole thing. So I think you and I talked once on Twitter about Hellevator.
The Universal theme park thing, or what?
No, the TV show. There's a TV show called Hellevator.
Okay. I don't think I've seen. Wait.
It's two women and 3 people will come on the show, and these 2 women send them through 3 levels of scary,
I think
basically haunted houses for them to win money.
Yeah, I think I made it about 5 minutes into one episode, and
Yeah, some of the episodes are terrible. Some are good. Some are just absolutely terrible. Oh, hey, you got more hanging bodies.
yeah.
These are not hitting the floor either.
These are good. I
This
wanna
is well
look
done.
away and come back and see if
Like one of them's moved.
right.
They've shifted.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
I don't think they are.
That one that's on the left side there, or the one on the right side, the ones that are like just up against the fence. Those are the suspect ones. To me.
Mm-hmm.
Although they're not on the floor. They've all been impaled on something.
Right. Definitely not hitting the floor.
No, they're not going anywhere. But yeah, Hellevator. Hellevator's not amazing, but there's a British version. I say version. There's a similar British show called Release the Hounds.
Oh.
That's pretty amazing. You should check that one out at some point. It's not scary at all. Like it's 100%, a haunted house
Oh shit.
from the outside kind of thing. So what's the deal with the eye?
Well, it doesn't look like there's
Those are some bouncy
anything
legs.
I can do with the
Oh, there's
eye.
a camera.
But yeah, the room has gotten smaller. Oh. Yeah,
Is
things
something
are
else moving through there?
things are changing. I don't know what I can do. I guess I just go through the door now.
Yeah.
Although I
That's
feel
definitely
like
not the door you came through.
I was about to say I feel like I'm about to be photographed since I'm like right in front of where the tripod was.
Mm-hmm.
I did not expect to be photographed from the front.
You didn't expect that glamorous person to be standing there and just snap your photo?
It was time for my close-up. Yeah.
Yeah. For some reason, it kind of reminded me of what's his name, Carson Kressley,
Who's that?
one of the Queer Eye guys.
Oh,
I saw that Netflix bought Queer Eye. They're gonna bring it back. I'm happy about that. I liked that show quite a bit.
I've never seen it.
It was a good show. It was fun. It wasn't like the best TV show ever, but it was fun to watch. So all I have at the moment is like a gray screen. There we go. Now it came back.
Yeah. Oh.
And now it's paused again. Okay,
Well,
he's looking at his photo. And then there's a headless person standing behind him.
Yeah, you may be a little behind.
Yeah, now there's a thing with a buzzsaw arm, and you're running around. I'm a little behind, yeah. You should probably not let that thing touch you.
Shit. I'm trapped in here. Or maybe not.
So in the first game, there were a bunch of chase sequences where they would make you run towards the camera so you couldn't see where you were going.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. I'm glad that that hasn't happened just yet.
God damn it. What the
Yeah,
hell is
climbing that
thing?
step stool would really help. You can tell I'm a little behind. The high action scenes are not they're choppy.
Yeah.
I like that.
We'll see what
so
I...
right now I'm just being
Go ahead.
a moment ago I was just being treated to a shot of his ass.
Mhm.
I enjoy the fact that he's in his dream world, but in his dream world he does not have a knife in his sheath.
Yeah. He does hate himself. So this doesn't surprise me at all.
He couldn't imagine himself to have a knife. Like, there's no way. There's no world in which I have a knife right now. So it's kind of nice seeing like what he thinks of himself, because that tells you a lot, you know.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Why does she have so many heads? That's all I want to know.
I'm just waiting on stream to catch up for me. You were tapping way more furiously than the stuff I'm seeing on screen would require. So.
Yeah, I'll do some more tests before the next show.
But yeah, we can play with it before the next episode.
Here?
Figure it out. Oh, the Dapper Man has a knife. That's... yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I like to get all of my equipment by people putting it in my body.
Well, see, now he has a knife to put in his sheath. That's really nice. And that phone still looks like it's gonna trigger a bomb somewhere.
It is. It absolutely is.
That would make it a lot better. If just all of a sudden he becomes just... he's a weapon. Somebody's going to send him into a room and they're going to call him and he's going to explode.
And now where am I?
It's like a real Serious Sam kind of thing.
You know, maybe we need more games like that. Your health regenerates faster if you stand still.
Yeah.
You know, you heal from being stabbed if you just stand still. You only die by running around. That's what they tell people, like, you know, hey, if you've been shot or stabbed, just stand still.
Yep.
Don't go anywhere. Because if you go somewhere, you're going to die.
Oh. Okay, so I was going to call some bullshit on the game mechanics here. Because it would have been a totally different game experience if your health just automatically regenerated all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first game, you had to really meter out your health items and
That is quite the syringe.
Be careful about not using them early, that kind of thing. But then you also had this thing that I guess they carried forward, which is you can only hold a certain amount of each type of item.
Okay.
So you see here that it says I've got stock 1 of medical syringe and max is 3. And they kind of... you have to spend currency to unlock larger capacities for things. I guess I just They want me to assign it. And I'll just use it. Okay. Yeah, so the currency in Dreamland is green goo, as you would expect.
Well, obviously. What else would it be?
Although I think since this is a new game in the series, we also have additional red goo, which is, I don't know. Okay, so we got a journal. And it's really not telling me anything. These are just things that they want me to find. And I think they made me find that just so that they could tell me that there's a button where I can look at things that I found. I think that was the purpose of that journal. So that's good. If we want to revisit our slides, or okay.
I'm gonna reconnect to the stream because mine was just choppy as hell. All right, I'm feeling like I'm in a pretty good shape right now. You're kind of running around a room. You just passed a dresser.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you got a couch there. All right, so we're back in business now. Because I felt like I was missing just huge swaths of stuff there.
Yeah,
which is why I went kind of quiet.
It may have, it may have waited for some more bytes to come down the wire, and you were just maybe it just buffered up in your player.
I was getting a lot of snapshots. Yeah. So this is just Resident Evil 6,
Where
right?
were you when I needed you?
The new one,
One of those.
the swamp one. 7. That was the swamp one.
That is 7. Yeah.
With Daddy.
Daddy was a
Maybe
guy.
This is the right place.
Honestly,
Sebastian.
other than like Nemesis, I think Daddy is like my favorite Resident Evil villain.
I hope you're here.
It's like Nemesis was amazing in what was that, Resident Evil 2 and 3.
Yep.
But Daddy was pretty amazing.
What did I get myself into?
Did that text say that her breath smelled like cotton candy?
Cotton candy.
Lost you.
I don't know. But it
All
sure
right.
as hell wasn't a quaint little town. There's something bad happening in here, Kidman. Baker is
No.
dead.
You're out in the
There's a killer
bayou.
running around in here.
I hope not.
Doing
Daddy's
things
coming after you.
that are- It's like Beacon all over again. What the fuck did you just send me into?
I don't know. We're in the dark out here.
Language. Come on,
Baker
man.
was the team leader. If he's dead, that doesn't bode well for the rest of them.
I would hope you're in the dark
Keep
if people are
searching
sleeping.
around. The more info you gather, the more I'll be able to help you.
Those are some big fucking leaves, dude.
Sure.
Oh yeah. So they said that I got my last chance pack
Yeah, in
in
chapter 2.
chapter 2, and I've been in chapter 2 all this time according to my save file.
So now you got a burst handgun and some gunpowder and some weapon parts. Because when you're in a survival horror game, the first thing you want to do is build a gun.
I just want to craft. That's all I want.
Yep. Maybe you can do some mining later too.
Um,
And a medical kit and some herbs. Nice.
this actually, I don't know.
Was this worth pre-ordering the game for?
I don't know. We do have a RoboCop gun. I mean, that's pretty cool.
That is a pretty sweet looking gun. I have to admit, that's a cool looking gun. Automatic pistol fires 3-shot bursts. Doesn't that make it a semi-automatic at that point?
Yes.
I mean, it fires 3-shot bursts continuously. Maybe that's it.
So this
Oh,
actually
there's still...
is kind of like a Resident Evil ripoff. I don't know.
It feels very Resident Evil on the herbs and stuff, the plant things. Why did you get a... Why was there like an X-ray thing there? Or a CAT scan thing?
That is the This is the arsenal menu. Because it's all in his head.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So the reason you can only have so many things is because he can only remember so much stuff.
I guess, yeah. No, that's a good
He
point.
can only keep track of so much stuff in his dream. That makes sense. It's like, when you're dreaming and you walk into a room and you forget what was in the dream you were just, or in the room you were just in.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, this is very much Resident Evil, Silent Hill kind of vibe. Alone in the Dark. Old survival horror game.
And it should be, right? Because, I mean, the franchise started, this was
It's got the pedigree for that, yeah.
Shinji Mikami was kind of
Poor son of a bitch.
one of the principal designers of Resident Evil 4. And also something called Vanquish. I don't know if you ever saw that.
Vanquish. No, I don't believe I ever played that one.
Sorry, Sebastian.
So Vanquish
It's
was
just a small, quiet town.
something Konami kind of
Yeah.
hired the entire team
quiet.
that worked on Vanquish. I don't think they got Shinji, but the main crew who built Vanquish were tasked with building Metal Gear Rising,
Okay.
which was basically Vanquish.
Okay.
They remade the same game, but they put this guy Raiden in the game with a samurai sword and cyborg body, and instead of the people that were in Vanquish originally, which were guys with armor suits and jetpack butts. That was kind of like Vanquish's thing.
Yeah.
Everybody scooted around on their jet butts.
Like, I have a jet butt pretty often, but,
Gotta eat. Clean your plate. You gotta eat. Skin and bones.
you can eat things other than skin and bones.
No, you should only
look,
eat
they're making
skin and
them eat.
bones. Yeah,
Look, it's mom.
it is Mom.
It's the mother making the person eat.
Yep, we saw that in Resident Evil 7. That happened.
We did. I'm just waiting for a modern gaming moment that is anywhere near as mind-bending and just you thought it was so awesome and you wanted to tell all your friends about it
Yeah.
as Metal Gear Solid #1 when you're fighting was it Mantis? The guy who
Mantis.
can read minds?
Yeah.
You had to swap your controller to the other port.
Yep.
That was so good. And it made so much sense. You're like, well, of course I have to be on the other port. How else am I gonna beat this guy?
Mm-hmm. I liked the callback to that in in Metal Gear Solid 4.
I didn't play enough of 4 to get to that, so. But
Well-
there was something similar to that.
Yeah, he. Well, you assume it's Mantis, but okay, shit.
You should probably shoot her again.
Did we? Okay,
Hey, they gave you a new tutorial, by the way.
about shooting. Yeah. They also. Oh, that's interesting.
Flashlight strobe party. Flashlight rave.
I didn't notice any burst happening. I thought maybe they swapped me back to the stock gun, the non-pre-order gun.
Yeah.
I think that was just operator error. Oh yeah, but anyway, the Mantis thing. They want you to believe that this imposter is Mantis, and Mantis is trying to read your memory card,
I learned that it really is like a beacon in here.
and
The people in here are turning into
he gets all
creatures.
frustrated because the PS3 doesn't have a memory card to read.
I was gonna say that's PS3 error, so there wasn't a memory card.
Yeah.
So
Being lost.
You can't
Alright.
find your save data.
Save it, kid. Leave it to me.
yeah, because that was such a clever trick.
This is
So-
very, very Resident Evil 7.
I am, yeah. This is like I'm waiting on what's her name to burst out of the room with a fucking hatchet to chop off your hand.
So we've got this, which is like 100% Resident Evil 7. The earlier part was very much Silent Hill. I don't know specifically which one, but yeah, the entire story, the way this is working out, is basically riffing off of Silent Hill 2, in which and
It
spoilers, I
feels-
guess, is, you know, the whole
Yeah.
thing is there's a girl who went through some trauma, who was given the ability to project her thoughts into the world around her, and so everybody that was in the vicinity was kind of subject to her whims.
Which
Is
is
that-
kind of what they did for Silent Hill the movie, right? Like,
Yeah, Silent Hill the movie was largely based on Silent Hill 2, which is kind of
With the
like
exception
the
of-
quintessential
it was-
Silent Hill.
yeah, with the exception of they made it the dad looking for a daughter.
Yeah, the dad looking
Which was
for the
Silent Hill
daughter
1,
was
right?
Silent Hill 1. Yeah, exactly. They kind of mashed them up. But
I was
really,
actually really impressed with the Silent Hill movie.
it wasn't.
I thought it was really good.
It wasn't terrible, I guess.
Well, so like, I also have kind of a soft spot for like the Resident Evil movies. Like, they are so bad. They are absolutely terrible movies.
They got worse, I think, over
You're right.
the years.
They got way worse, and I still find them fun to watch. Like, I've watched all, but I think the newest one, maybe the newest two.
I actually, I would tell you to skip them.
See, I know, but I still want to watch them.
I know, and I said the same thing.
But you think I should skip them?
And I still regret
This
bothering
is
to watch
very
them.
much Resident Evil 7.
Yep, it really is.
Got
And
some
I-
roe over there on the table?
I don't think that's an accident.
No, I don't either. So when are we gonna get like some Parasite Eve going on in this game,
I don't know.
or some Clock Tower,
Right.
or what was the game where you had to go around taking pictures of ghosts?
Fatal Frame.
Fatal Frame, that was it. The first one of those was a pretty fucking solid horror game.
I think I got a whole bunch of Fatal Frames on PSN during
I think the one
Halloween sale last year.
Well, yeah. I think the only one of them I ever played was the first one. I remember it being good though. Like it was a fairly like tense game, you know. Same for the first Clock Tower. Like I remember that being a fairly tense game.
Clock Tower's pretty
Which it was-
interesting.
It was fucking weird as shit. Like this dude with giant scissors is chasing you around. Like
Yeah.
why is that a scary bad guy? But for some reason, it was effectively like, or it was effective as a bad guy.
I don't. What am I missing
Or
here?
it was when I was like 14. So
Is there?
there's nothing here.
Oh, this is a door to a room I've already been in.
Yeah, that's to the kitchen, right?
Yep.
Can you can't get in the cabinets or anything?
Try and open the fridge. Nope. I can walk on garbage.
That's good.
We had a trick bookshelf earlier. Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Man, how offensive would it be if I had to find a fireplace and operate a switch in the fireplace to open a hatch in the wall that led me down to a secret ladder into the cellar? Like, would that just be so rude it would be unreal? Is that...
And yet at the same time, you wouldn't completely hate it, right?
Yeah.
Because you're just like, well, of course that's what happens in this.
Maybe...
I mean, that's where I leave. I always put my hydrogen peroxide on the table right by the door.
Yeah, just leave it there. Okay,
Yeah,
so
you
I
drop your
should...
key, your hydrogen peroxide and your heart medication.
That's right. So
That was just a little side. That was just a little detour. You
maybe.
needed to let off some steam and go shoot a woman, and now you're on your way to the actual target.
Yeah.
The safe house. You gotta get to the safe. There's a coffee maker there. What are you gonna do without the coffee maker? Come on.
I can set markers. Oh, this is the open world bullshit that everyone was talking about. Okay, so
Open worlds are always bullshit.
well, yeah. So they didn't call it. Oh, R2 melee
Look at all those
attacks.
crates just in the middle of the road. They
Yeah.
fell off the back of a truck.
All right, we're breaking crates now.
You got a bullet. You got 3 bullets. That giant crate had 3 bullets in it.
These sturdy crates.
I got a delivery the other day. It was a fairly large box, and all that was in it was an 82 key keyboard. So it could have been a box like half the size.
I don't think I can
Still
find it
keyboard.
because searching my own timeline on Twitter is a shit show. But I took a picture of a 4.5 foot box that
Okay.
that a book was delivered in. It was amazing, and it wasn't a paperback. It was an art book.
Okay.
So it's kind of
size and
a
shape, maybe.
coffee table kind of thing. But it was just amazing to receive a huge box with a book in it.
Yeah, I love those. Like you get you'll go order toothpaste from Amazon and it comes in a shoebox sized box and you're like, it's just toothpaste.
I can't wait to
It's
see
just a
how they ship those shoelaces I bought tonight.
Did you see the Amazon Key or whatever it was called
Yeah, that's a nightmare.
that got announced? The thing where you're like, yeah, I'm gonna let Amazon into my house. So you live here in the Pacific Northwest with me.
Yeah.
Last year we had all that snow, right? Like this past winter we had all the snow. And we got a delivery from Amazon. He told you to kneel. Oh no, wait, that was his name.
That was his name, yeah.
We got a delivery from Amazon,
Mobius members.
and
Some of them are
they're gonna run
still
into a
alive.
mansion. Oh, he didn't bring Jill with him. She's the master of unlocking. What's he gonna do?
What am I going to do? Yeah.
So we got a delivery from Amazon, and you've seen like the white Amazon trucks, right? Like so one of those comes down, brings the delivery, and then he can't get back up the hill in front of my house because it's all snowy and icy.
Oh, no.
Squeeze that guy for
And I was out trying to help him. I was putting like kitty litter down so he could get some traction and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, why don't they give you chains? And he's like, oh no, they won't pay for them. So a company that won't pay for chains on delivery vans is gonna let people into my house.
Yep.
I don't think this is a good idea. Hey, there's some shit in that car.
You think I'm going to loot these cars here? Oh, shit. Oh, they have a little...
Well, yes.
Okay, so the eyeball indicator up at the top of the screen...
I am very disappointed that it's not an exclamation mark.
No, so the eyeball thing is actually straight up like thief. Yeah, they're not going to
Yeah.
let me in the door like this. Oh, I can shove. Oh, I'm shoving. I'm shoving the door.
Shove.
Oh, this
Shove
is
them
such
all.
a dumb idea. He's so close to dead. Wow, I fucked up. Okay, so that was...
Hopefully that'll hold.
Oh, magic bookcase.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way they'll ever break in that window. Just stand still for a while and you'll heal.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. I should just stand it off, as they say.
Stand there. That's what every gym teacher tells you.
Stand it off.
You rolled your ankle, just stand it off. You'll be fine.
Okay, well,
Well, you're standing it off.
I mean, yeah, I guess I'll just be
That dude
satisfied.
really that dude really wants in.
Yeah. It's great in here. We've
It
got
is. It's super spacious. Like every other space we've been in this game.
we've got gunpowder
You got giant
in
floating
here.
bottles. Mm-hmm.
We've got
A blue chair.
chemicals. What am I opening here? Oh, a first aid kit mounted to the wall, like you would see in a place of business. I love that.
Mm-hmm. So, like, I've never been to Japan.
Hmm.
And this is probably, like, super... I want to say it's racist, but stereotypical of me.
Yeah.
But, like, all these Japanese games that I've played, you know, Resident Evil and Silent Hill and all of these, where, you know, they're made in Japan, made presumably for a Japanese audience, and there's always, like, fucking first aid boxes mounted in bathrooms. So I have this
Calm down.
expectation that if I go to Japan
shoot.
and I go into the bathroom, I'm going to find a first aid box.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
And if I don't, I'm going to be very disappointed.
You should go and find out.
I should.
I'm super excited to
Lower
hear
your
what
gun.
your findings are.
I'm on your side.
I need to submit to like PyCon Japan next
Yeah.
year,
Absolutely.
or the year after when my wife could go with me.
Doesn't
But
mean you're on my side.
You're right,
oh, look at
I
this
don't work
nerd
for
with his
Mobius.
glasses.
but I was sent here by them.
Have you seen what those things out there? What they can do?
Yeah, I have. Lucky for you, your partner was willing.
It just goes round and round, man.
So you could escape.
Everyone's
Wasn't
on
my partner?
Mobius's side. There's only
He's
one
just a member
side.
of Union security detail. Protecting me
That's funny.
was his job, and my job is to solve a hardware issue. Dying inside here is above
I mean,
my pay
right?
grade.
There's only one side to Mobius.
I'm not a
Oh,
soldier,
so
just a
the
technician.
logo.
I know.
Right, it has
the
a 1 in it.
The 1 star. I don't think it's actually a 1.
No? What do you think it is?
It's meant to be like a spike or a wedge.
I think it's a 1. It's a
soldier
1
would have
because there's
taken
only
the
one
safe
side to a
route.
Mobius strip.
Oh, yeah, maybe. I mean, what does the star mean?
We're on the same side. Let's try this again.
I don't know.
I'm Sebastian.
But imagine if
Castellanos.
Mobius had ever discovered a Erlenmeyer flask.
What is that?
Have you not seen the Erlenmeyer flasks?
I don't think so.
Liam.
They're a
So you're not.
I don't remember exactly
Mobius
how to
when they
describe
sent you
them.
in here?
They're just weird.
Why?
I'll send you a link to
I'm
one
looking
later,
for my-
and you'll
I'm
see how
trying to
weird they
restore
are.
the core. Just like you are.
Yeah.
We came to get
Good
you,
luck with
nerd.
that. I'm done. I'm just gonna hold out here until extraction.
They can't extract you. Not until Lily is found.
Who's Lily?
Look, everyone is stuck in here until the core is located. Can you help me out?
If you're asking me
Exactly.
to go out there with you, you can forget about it. This is
I'm
a
super
safe
done with this
house, so
nerd.
Staying safe.
Lily's the Red
But I
Queen.
may have a lead on the
Yeah,
core.
she really is.
Detected some signals nearby that resonated the core's frequency. We were trying to track them when we got attacked. Here.
Yeah, this
listen
dude's
to
a big
this.
nerd.
It sounds like a little girl, right?
Quiet. Was that her? The core?
I think so. But I've been picking up all sorts of weird signals on my communicator
That's
since
a
we
trap.
got here. No way to know for sure until you track it to its source.
So
How do I do that?
Your communicator can pick it
so
up.
yeah,
Once
the
you're
Silent
out
Hill
there, check.
games,
You'll see.
right? They
Right.
they did the same thing where
Wouldn't hurt to follow them to find
you
out.
walk through a wide open
Core
area,
first.
Right,
and
use
you
the
check
static to
in.
try to find stuff.
You check in on different
Transparent
different
communicators.
buildings in the
That way I
town,
can tell you if I find
and
anything.
I really feel like
Can't hurt.
Silent Hill did the open world. Oh, I have to talk to him.
Let's pair our communicators. They're fucking walkie-talkies. You just agree to be on the same channel. There's no pairing of shit.
Yeah, that is true.
You think this
Um,
you think this nerd would know how this works?
Those things are pretty tough. Takes a lot of ammo to get them off my back.
Something
Anything
stronger. You're looking for
than
like
here.
whiskey or
Not in
something?
here.
Or?
That was what I was
Probably find
thinking.
some out there. This place was designed
Like
to be
some
peaceful,
morphine?
but
Like, what are you
Mobius and
trying to...
firepower go hand
Well,
in
he's
hand.
an alcoholic,
You know where I
right?
can find
So
some of this firepower?
Yeah.
It's pretty chaotic out there.
I
You're
mean,
not
it's a
gonna find
gateway
pile of
drug,
heavy-duty
right?
weapons altogether.
I guess.
Next thing you
I
know,
did
he's
see
gonna be
something
shooting up
useful. There's an
heroin.
abandoned APC just outside. I'll mark its
it's like
location.
that one scene
But be
in
careful. There are a
Wet
lot
Hot
of those
American
things hanging
Summer
around it.
when they go back to
And
the
then he's
town.
on-
It's more
Then he's
dangerous
part of
out
the
there than I
opioid
expected.
epidemic,
Any idea where I
and
can get some weapons and supplies?
I
it's
tried
just
to tell
gonna
you
be
about this
terrible.
one
I think it's
signal.
great that
You
Trump
didn't wanna hear it.
declared a
Well, I'm
war
all
on
ears
drugs
now.
today.
I picked something up from 2 Mobius security team
Right,
members who were
but
talking
he
about
didn't
weapons
declare it as a
caches.
national
Maybe you can
emergency.
follow it and get some gear.
He declared it
You're
as like a
out there,
health
help you
emergency
out.
or something like
I'll
that,
think
not a
about it.
national emergency.
Come
If it had
on,
been
man.
declared as a
I'm all
national
alone in
emergency,
here. I
then
could use
FEMA
some
could have used
protection.
funds to help
Maybe if you
combat it.
wouldn't let your
Yeah,
last
instead
based
of
on what he declared it as-
helping Puerto Rico, right?
I'll mark the signal on your communicator.
Well, he
Follow
sent
it
that
or don't
2-person
follow it.
company down to
I
help
don't
Puerto
care.
Rico. They'll be fine.
There were 5 members of your team.
But yeah,
There was a security
It's-
force
God,
already in here to help
we shouldn't
us.
talk about
But yeah,
politics on your
there are
podcast.
5 search
People are
really
gonna
shouldn't.
or podcast on your
Wait.
thing. People are gonna be like,
Did
I
you
didn't
say
come
the
here
word?
for the
I found
politics. I just came here to watch games.
He's dead.
Too bad.
Doesn't
Look,
surprise
this
me.
nerd
Elon
here,
got
he
into a
voted for
powerful
Trump.
signal and went to investigate.
This
I
nerd
told
is
him
an
we should
idiot.
just request extraction
You should
and
punch him in the
report our
face. He'd
findings.
he'd be
Leave the
marching with
dangerous work to
citronella
somebody
torches
else. But he wouldn't
if he
hear of it.
weren't,
Being
holed
team
up in a
leader
safe
or not.
house.
I believe
Always
you.
had to be the brave one.
Can you punch him in the
Ask me,
face
there's a thin
I will
line
find
between
out.
Talking to
brave
him?
and foolish.
That'd be a lot
Yeah.
better.
There's a thin line between prudent and cowardly, too.
That's probably why he
Tomato,
was team
tomato.
leader, is
I'm
because he's
not
the brave
saying I'm
one.
glad he's dead. What kind of asshole
Generally,
do you think I am?
generally they make the one who's willing to take,
I hope the others are okay.
I'll let you know if I find anybody else.
You'd really do that? Thanks. I'd appreciate that.
So this whole thing, this is
That was a
Stuck
really
in here a
weird
week
series of
already.
Has it been
sentences.
that long?
Tomato, tomato. I'm
Time's
not
a
saying
little
I'm glad
fluid
he's
in here.
dead. What kind of
This was
asshole do you
supposed to be
think
a
I
simple
am? I
in and
hope
out
the others
job.
are okay.
Like,
That's a
holding time for
really
dinner
weird
assembly.
sequence of
But
sentences.
This is different than anything I've ever seen before.
What do you mean?
Wonky stuff usually happens when a core goes AWOL, but what's happening is more than that. This place is falling apart at the seams. We use the stable field emitter, but it's not working like it's supposed to.
What's the stable field of
So this happens a
Mobius
lot.
sent you in here. Shouldn't you know this
yeah.
stuff already?
They've had other cores go missing.
Well, this is the second steam machine. STEM.
STEM, yes. Science, technology, engineering, and math.
That is.
That's what they used to build it, so they just called it a STEM machine.
No. That's not right. But
No, that's a better reason than whatever they gave you in the game.
no, the reason was never given. It was just painfully obvious that the entire machine was meant to be a brain, and the stem is the brain stem.
The brain stem. Gotcha.
Because it's all about those brains, man. You got the
You know what I
brain
wanna do in the
goo, the
middle of
brain
my-
jar. You got the braining bad guys in the brain, insane in
Right.
the brain.
So is Lily like the id or something? Or
Yeah, I guess.
you know what I want to do in the middle of my survival horror games?
Crafting.
Craft.
I fucking hate this shit, man. Yeah.
Do some macrame. Like you got to get over. You got to get over the stress of fighting zombies, right? You got to do something. And the only way you can really get over the stress of fighting zombies is to go in and just scrapbook some shit. You got to scrapbook your day to just get over the stress of fighting zombies. That's all there is to it. I like how they think that you can just manufacture bullets just wherever you happen to be.
Just watch me.
You can only make 13,
I will make all of them, I guess.
but you
Okay.
had 69 gunpowder, so nice.
Nice. um, so
It has
yeah,
taken like all of my self-control. The last few days we've had like 69 degrees as the predicted temperature. It's taken all of my self-control not to just be like nice every time my Google Home tells me it's going to be 69 for the day. I'm
Wow.
impressed with myself, just so you know.
you weren't kidding about the coffee maker.
It said on the map. It said coffee maker.
didn't read that shit. I also didn't know that it fully restores my health.
But look at that. The coffee maker has power bars written on, like, presented on the top of it, so you can know how full the coffee pot is.
Yeah. No, it's got to rebrew, I guess. Okay, so I can't just I can't go out there and be reckless for 5 minutes and then come back in and drink
No,
another.
you gotta wait for it to drip through.
Yeah.
It looks like a percolator or an automatic drip machine, but really it's a hipster drip machine. So you gotta wait at least 20 minutes to come back.
There's
It's a mighty big radiator.
There's a weird thing down the hall here. Some
Yeah,
kind
there's like
of
a goo.
I mean, I think that's a mirror.
The map said something about a mirror.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go use the
Facilities?
Use the save box
Oh. Probably a good idea.
or the facilities, I guess. What are
We
we
can
on
just refer
now?
to the save box as the facilities from now on.
Yeah. What are we on? Chapter 8? No.
You're still on 2, man.
Incorrect. This is 3.
Oh, you're on 3. Oh. So you know how they've told you like you had 1 out of 11 slides and had 4 out of 40 documents? It'd be nice if they told you how many chapters you had, so you could be like, all right, I'm on chapter 3 out of 10.
What the? Who was that?
I can't believe
7 years bad luck.
I can't believe Sebastian doesn't remember who she is.
I mean, that was Ace, right?
That was her name was Tatiana,
Ah.
and she was the nurse at the hospital in the first game.
Ah.
She was the one who saved
Bring
your
you back at
your
your
mission
office.
data.
You're back in your office.
There's a wheelchair down there. So we've got a workbench for some reason. And we got a wheelchair. So is this where we spend our brain goo? Yes, it is. Okay. So
It's
this is
where you
where
sit down and take a load off.
yeah. You take a lobe off, I think, is what happens here.
You can only do that twice, though.
Yeah, that is true.
So, Owen, have you ever gone and done like a sensory deprivation tank
Hey,
No.
kind of
let me
thing?
out of here.
We were Elaine and I were talking about doing that the other day.
Oh, really?
What a pleasant
There's a place over here on the southeast
back.
that is not too expensive to go do.
How are
You
you
get like
here?
90 minutes for
the same question.
$60.
Regardless, it's nice to see a familiar face.
That seems
Even if
cheap.
That face has seen far too
Yeah.
much.
Seems like a reasonable rate, right?
You look tired, detective. I can help you get back in shape.
Hey, look at that. There's a brain with 5 points around it,
Mm-hmm.
and you've got 5 points when you go into your arsenal. And she's wearing very strange flip-flops.
Yep.
All you can do is upgrade. You can do anything you want so long as it's upgrade.
It's the only reason I'm here. So there we go. Green gel, 200.
I see. All right.
And so we can spend it on health, athleticism, recovery,
So if you-
stealth,
If you
and
really
combat.
think about it, you can be better at recovery
Yep.
or athleticism or stealth or whatever.
Yeah.
I like the stealth has a knife in the brain.
Yes.
That's kind of a nice little touch on the icon there.
Let's
The
take a look.
athleticism one I feel like is just kind of phoning it in.
Okay, so these are very expensive, it turns out.
Yeah, 3,500. That's quite a bit. 1,500, 4,000, 5,000. Dang.
I do
Those are
want
heckin' expensive.
I do want low profile one. This is something I feel like I would benefit from, making less noise. Red gel. Okay, so red gel is for unlocking like final skills. interesting.
What do you have to do in order to get more gel? How do you increase your gel amounts?
Well, in the first game, gel was acquired one of two ways. You would find it in jars, so just scattered around the world. And the other way was killing dudes.
Just
Murder.
any dudes.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
there would definitely be a bigger payout on bigger dudes, but
So far, you've not really killed many dudes. Like you shot that woman in the face,
yeah, that one woman in the face, that was
and you shoved like some zombies, and that was kind of about it.
yeah, I should have killed some of them and got me some gel.
Might have gotten you some gel.
I don't think there's anything that I can actually buy.
I
These
don't.
are-
Yeah. Maybe the combat starts off cheaper because there's so many of them. Yeah, a little cheaper, 1,000 instead of 1,500. But not cheap enough for you.
Nope, I don't think
You're broke.
I am broke. I should just give up.
Yeah.
I was once told that a scrub is a guy with 200 green gel, right?
Yeah. Well, I mean, right. We've been talking about like nods to other things. That right there was totally like a Matrix thing, right? With the sitting in a chair, plugging
Really?
in and gaining new ability.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, close enough.
You'll
Close enough for
see
government work.
you'll see the effect that they use when you juice up.
Poor Mr. Midnight.
It's pretty intense.
Yeah. You get all buff in the brain.
I guess.
Poor Mr. Midnight. He's still constipated, just sitting there.
Oh, we got
You gotta go track the
we'll call it a
girl's
1,
voice.
a marker on the safe house there.
Ah, yeah. Because there's only one side to a Mobius.
Let's see if I can find this signal he mentioned.
That's what we're gonna go with. Okay, so
Yeah, this isn't any. They never played Silent Hill when they made this game. Uh-oh.
I don't know which we want to do. We got a white one and a green one, and the green one is Rogue Signal, which I guess is like a side quest.
I'm gonna guess that would be a side quest, yeah.
And then the white one is probably
There's too many of them, suck it up.
main story.
That's probably zombies. That sounds more like Lily. And if you look over above his head, you've got a yellow thing there, just like you have in the resonance scanning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this feels very Silent Hill-ish.
I don't know what just happened.
You're switching to the bad place.
Welcome to the Cascadia subduction zone. Right? This is what's literally going to happen out here
Yeah.
any minute now.
This is Portland 2020.
And yeah, so this is
When Mount Hood erupts and kills us all.
Keeps
Yeah.
breaking apart like this, there won't be
Can't
anything
wait.
I need to search. I gotta try to find that signal.
Better
so
than the next election.
if we imagined big fog descending down on this town,
Uh-huh.
such that we couldn't see all the
Right, we
all-
were just lost in like a sea of white.
all the weirdo city that's floating above us. Like if we couldn't see that because it was obscured by fog,
Uh-huh.
this would look exactly like a Silent Hill game.
This would be exactly Silent Hill 1 at that point. Where we have a road that has caved off into an infinity
Yeah.
that we can't walk down, and there's houses around us, and we're chasing a radio signal. That is 100% the first Silent Hill game.
Too many of them.
You just need a crowbar and some wild dogs to come out of nowhere.
Yeah. Some meat people.
Right. A pterodactyl, maybe.
Yeah.
Like, the first Silent Hill game was so fucking good. I loved the first one.
I thought it was
The
pretty
second one
bad.
was great, too.
It was a real chore to
Really?
play. Oh, what is
I
this?
loved the first one. That's the Union Visitor Center. That's what that text says there on the side. Hey, look, you got a guy you can kill.
Yeah.
Maybe duck down and shoot him in the face.
I've forgotten what button is the...
It's like L1 and L2 or something like that.
Yeah, it's L1. Okay, he's trying to leave. Wow, this is really Silent Hill Downpour. All over again.
Look, just embrace the survival horror roots.
I'm gonna die.
By the way, I saw that Alone in the Dark 1 and 2 and Alone in the Dark, the Rebirth or whatever they called it, those are on sale in the Steam Halloween sale.
Oh, really?
So if you need some 1990s Alone in the Dark, that's what you should have done.
A
right
chaser?
there. If you need some 1990s Alone in the Dark, then go for it. They were good games. They were fun games. They were a little too H.P. Lovecraft for my taste, but they were fun.
I'm gonna go for the stealth kill.
Yeah. Okay. I have faith in you. He's gonna turn around and see you in a second.
Nope.
Oh, look at you. Right in the kidneys.
I'm making that money.
Kidneys and then brains. Oh, green goo. Look at that. 400 more green goo. You just, like, tripled your green goo.
Okay. So,
I realize it's green gel, but green goo is way more fun to say.
green goo is what it is. That's it. I'm feeling a little more favorable about this game right now.
Mm-hmm.
This is kind of...
Hey, there's another crate you can smash. Maybe there's a bullet in it.
There's, yeah, some gunpowder. Some other stuff.
Weapon parts.
I don't know. This, oh, you know what? I want to get on top of this building, whatever this is, so I can survey the area.
You gonna snipe some motherfuckers?
I saw a ladder up here. And so it's cool. I can see the radio on my belt there, 69.1.
Nice.
It's very close to nice. Oh, we got a dude up here. Oh.
Somebody suggested a while back, they suggested a Twitter bot that would just tweet out nice anytime it was forecasted to be 69 degrees in Nice, France.
Yeah, I saw somebody post about that.
Which that would be that's a genius use of weather APIs and Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Man,
That's kind of the only good use of those two things.
You love weather API stuff.
Weather APIs are fun, man. How else do you know how warm it's going to be?
It's a great question.
I mean, I always assume I should wear a jacket, so that's not really the question.
Yeah.
I'm just really wondering if it's going to rain or not. He's a little bit T-cell, you know?
Yeah.
Got the bulbous thing coming out.
He's not covered in eyeballs, though. He's just got, like,
He's
boils.
Yeah. He's the mid-stage. He's the ones that you would have taken, like, the flamethrower to, instead of a shotgun.
Okay, so I want to prioritize stealth. That's a fact.
That makes sense.
Because this is really working for me and how I would like to play the game.
It's your years of Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
where, you know, oh, you made noise, Snake. You can't make noise. You can't actually kill that guy. You can only, you know, knock him out. Hey, what's that glowing thing on the roof over there?
It looked
That's
like
suspicious as shit.
Yeah, it looked like an antenna of some kind. Oh, the sniper rifle is fucking broken.
That's just useless.
I was
With the proper
excited.
parts, it could be repaired. Can it?
Barrel's toast.
I don't know that I trust field repairs to a sniper rifle.
Need to find
High
some
velocity
parts to
rounds
fix it.
probably shouldn't be fired through a repaired barrel.
Oh, we got a communicator log replacement parts. Okay. So this is maybe going to tell me where I can find a sniper barrel. Or on the roof of the visitor center, I blew out the barrel of my sniper rifle. Yes.
Parts from the
McCoy.
supply shed. Northwest corner of town.
Okay. Union Auto Repair. That sounds like a car shop.
I'm gonna guess with auto in there, yeah. Unless it's for automatic repair and it just automatically repairs everything.
Yeah, I mean, I guess they were just up there at the auto shop and happen to have spare parts. It's not like something to do with the shop itself. Okay,
I mean,
so
an auto repair shop makes sense as a place to set up base, right? You're gonna have a decent amount of open space. You're gonna have hard material to hide behind, or machinery rather, not material.
yeah. Do you think? I thought maybe this body would spring to life and try to grab me
I
or
kinda wish-
something.
I kind of wish you could just shove it over the side,
Yeah, me too. But okay.
especially if there was like a zombie wandering
So,
butts away.
Warden crossbow. Interesting. That's the safe house, and this is Rogue Signal. Okay, so Rogue Signal. Sniper rifle parts. Oh, they put it on the map.
That's the Mobius resistance.
So here's what I'm thinking. We're about 7 minutes away from the 2-hour mark.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do a little jog around, see if we can learn anything about the town from up here, and then I'll
All right.
just trundle back down to the safe house, save it up, and then we'll pick this back up
You're gonna
next
go
week.
save in the safe house.
I'm gonna safe in the safe
should-
house.
They should really call it the save house. That would make way more sense.
Look at
So
these
what happens if you
assholes.
just shoot one of those?
You want to find out? This one's holding like a Molotov cocktail or something. Okay, so first of all, I see like 4, 5,
If you're not feeling confident about it, don't do it.
6 zombies in the immediate
There's a
area.
lot of them.
And I'm going to call them zombies. Like, I don't care what...
There's a lot of zombies hanging out at that strip mall.
so
They
there's-
need themselves some organic apples
Yeah.
and, like, parking lot barbecue.
Wait. I just reloaded my gun. And now I can pick up bullets. Okay, that's important to know. That is important to know. They don't let
What's
you
with these
pick up...
artificial limits?
Yeah, this is... Okay, so Resident Evil was all about inventory management, right?
Right.
You had to be very selective about what you picked up. And this is just like a different spin on that.
Yeah, Resident Evil was not a good game for hoarders.
Nope.
Like, I'm one of those people that I want to pick up everything I come across in a game.
And I feel like
Right.
the crafting system is kind of an escape hatch for that.
Right, because you can combine stuff to have less crap in your pockets.
I really hated the crafting system in Dead Space. Like, Dead Space got worse and worse with each installment in the series. Because they just made it more and more complex. The third game had like that whole modding system where you would install different parts.
What's the flashy thing on the Humvee?
Yeah, that looks like just I don't know. I can't guess what item it is, but I think it's just one of these consumables. It's like weapon.
I like how that zombie's just punching the blood pool.
Yeah. I mean, there's...
Fuck you, blood. They're really angry that they can't get the roof clean. They're trying to clean the roof. It just won't clean up. The lens focus was kind of nice, though. It's a nice little effect.
Yeah, I think graphically, the first game looked great. And so does this one. I think they did a really nice job with the overall look.
Mm-hmm.
But unfortunately, the look was not enough on the first one.
I mean, I'm not the one playing, I'm just watching, obviously. But this isn't a terrible game to me so far.
Nope.
Like, it's not super enthralling, like, oh my god, it's such a great storyline. But it's not bad. You know, it's okay. It's kind of fun seeing the obvious nods to previous survival horror games. The very, very obvious nods.
Yeah, super fucking obvious.
Yeah, just like, oh, wow. Look at all of these, you know. Look how close this is to Resident Evil or Silent Hill or whatever. But it's a visually appealing game. It's kind of interesting them having the multiple special ops that have all gone missing. That you kind of have to track down or at least figure out what's happening with them.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of cool. You're finding like 1,000,001 bottles.
Oh man.
Which is exactly what an alcoholic needs. Yeah, investigate that stuff right now while the thing's crawling past you instead
He really,
of like...
he took his sweet time reaching under there.
Really. Yeah.
It
was very much a, you know what, I got plenty of time to go.
And it turns out he was right.
Yeah, he totally had way more time than either of us expected him to have.
So, this lady in front of the car, I feel like she's
with
in
the flashing
play.
red eyes.
Yeah, I feel like she would jump up.
I feel like you're not safe going in front of the car. It's gonna be one of those delayed zombies.
Oh, he fucking saw me. It's fine.
Stealth kill him.
This is where I learn that I've gone too far. That I've gotten lost.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like a gang of zombie
Just feral
dogs
zombies.
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever experienced a like visceral scare like that first hallway, or I guess like second or third hallway in the first Resident Evil where you're walking down and the dogs come through the fucking window.
Yep.
Like 13, 14 years old playing that game and just nothing has ever scared the shit out of me like that scene. Because it was just out of nowhere. You're gonna have to shoot another woman in the face if you go in that house.
Okay, that's... Alright.
You get some bread flour.
Yeah, it said smoke powder.
It's obviously not smoke powder. It's bread flour. It says on the
Right.
bag, flour.
I don't...
I'm disappointed in you, game. There's only so many empty bottles one alcoholic can carry.
I gotta use my bottles.
Yep.
And that's the risk, right? That's, you don't want to craft too many things because then you can't pick up the things that you find in the wild.
Can you go turn them in for, you know, rebate? 5 cents a bottle?
I doubt it.
They should totally have like a quickie mart nearby where you can just go deposit the bottles to get a little bit of money.
Get your 5 cents.
Yeah, go get your 5 cents back. Well, you get them out of your inventory too, right? He's not a threat. He's dead. Watch out for that light though.
Yeah, I think there's like a tripod down this hall. Oh yeah, you're right. That is just a light. I looked at it weird. Where am I? What is this place? It's just a house.
You're in a very oddly shaped house.
Yep, that's
Got some gun parts.
That's a thing in games.
Uh-huh.
Weird interiors. But I will say that I've been in a lot of weird fucking houses in my day. Houses that just a fuse. That just don't make sense. Like nobody would have built a house like that on purpose.
Except that somebody did.
I feel like it was maybe their hand was forced. What the fuck is this? Is this like an instance dungeon type deal?
It's a storm cellar, obviously. Or you're finding a bunch of preppers. Did you dream about preppers?
Yeah, I guess so. What is this? This is
Oh, obviously Mobius would have a data center in here. What else are you gonna do with a random house?
Still working.
Go to the Marrow.
What is this?
What the?
I mean, go to the Marrow.
I'm not wondering like what this is content wise. I'm just wondering what this is like game system wise. Like this is a little
you
lore
jumped
dump.
ahead like a couple of hours. Oh, see, you used the computer so you could go to a special place where you would use the computer.
Yeah. Oh, this is like quick travel. Am I somewhere else on the map? Yep. That was.
So you thought you were gonna go save.
I mean, I am.
But
I'm going
instead-
to return to Cedar Ave.
All right, that's what you think.
Yep. I love that I'm in this bullshit brain space and I still have to spend stamina to run.
Hey, running's not free, man. Even in your dreams, running's not free. It'd be kind of amazing, since this is all a dream, if whenever you press the sprint button, it just made you go slower.
Yikes.
So that you couldn't actually run away from your enemies. You're like, no, I'm trying to run away as hard as I can, but I'm not getting anywhere. Alright, all the game developers that are listening to this stream, that's what to do. Make a game that's the dream world, but where you can't actually run away from bad guys.
This is
Try.
This is actually a loading screen. This is kind of clever.
Yeah, just having you run through this.
I'm just killing time.
Well, it's like Resident Evil 1, right? The door opening animations were the loading screen.
Yeah.
They hit it very cleverly.
They used all of those transitions, those those black doorways opening and the stair stepping and.
Yeah, it was very clever, because you didn't, like, when you're playing the game, you didn't notice it. You weren't like, oh my god, I'm waiting on a fucking game to load.
Yep.
You were just like, yeah, I opened the door. I gotta open the door. It was very good. It was great.
Okay, so we learned that we have weirdo quick travel.
Yeah, you've got teleportation. Just imagine if somebody had come and slammed that door shut on you.
Oh god.
How great that would have been.
Super scary. Oh. My dude.
He's still there. Uh-oh. What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna
He's in the
kick the
kitchen.
door. Oh no. Did I, No, that didn't work in my favor. I'm just gonna leave.
Just shoot her in the face, man.
You think I should go loud?
Yeah, go loud. What's it matter at this point?
Oh, there's the triple burst. I hear I'm attracting attention.
Well, at this point, yeah. I was suggesting shoot her in the face. When I was suggesting shoot her in the face, you were still in the house.
Totally fine. It worked out.
Hand axe, nice.
Her brain maggots are still. Oh, I guess they're done.
Brain maggot's gonna brain maggot.
All right, well. And then there was. Oh, that lady's a guy now.
Oh yeah, looks like the model changed. Surely not, though, right?
Yep, totally different model.
What
I'm
the
gonna
fuck?
Try and poke the bear. Nope, not gonna grab me.
What if you shoot the bear in the head?
I don't want to wake up this pile of bodies.
Yeah, true. There's an axe or something in there.
Mm-hmm.
Those things
Ah,
are
but you're
piling
full.
corpses up here. But why?
That one has a really long neck.
Yep.
Probably to burn them. That's typically what you do with a pile of corpses.
Yeah. So burning was a mechanic that I haven't seen in this game. In the first game, you would want to knock people down and pile them up because you could light a match and drop it on them and they would burn.
Just kind of set the whole pile on fire.
Yeah.
All right.
You could be economical that way. Oh, I'm using the hand axe on the boxes. But yeah, so they haven't given me any matches so far.
You better climb up in that truck so you can break the...
It's tough. It's tough.
And you get nothing out of it. It's just, that's some shit right there.
I guess my my stocks are pretty good right now. If I look at the
Yeah,
arsenal, I'm max at a bunch of stuff.
You gotta go macrame some stuff and see what you can do.
I'm going to assign some things, I guess. Field crafting. Okay, so I can craft on the go. It's good to know. I think I could collect some plant if I felt like it, but I'm not. I'm just gonna backtrack. I hear things. Oh, there's a guy in here. He's praying to a corpse. That doesn't seem healthy.
I mean, is that really that far off from most other religions?
No, I guess you're right.
Bringing in that atheist snark.
Oh.
What's back here?
Oh, that's the place right there. I got turned around somehow.
Yeah, it's next to that place that kind of looks like a hotel. A hotel with garages.
I like his little winded jog.
Like, he doesn't look that out of shape. You think he would be, you know, able to
yeah.
keep it going. But
You got to spend the gel to get that athleticism up.
you're in somebody's house, man. You could just open the door. Like, that's kind of rude.
It is pretty rude. So, all right. There we go. 2 hours, 3 minutes, 55 seconds. That's what we're doing for
It's 2
tonight.
hours more than you expected to play.
Yeah, I guess so. The first 4 minutes really put me off. But
Wasn't a bad game.
it's shaping up. I think I'm curious to see how this develops. Like, we've made it through the initial little taste, and now we're into the open world. I want to see how it transitions from open world to side quest to main game, and how that kind of opens up. Because, I don't know, this is just feeling a lot like Silent Hill Downpour to me. The combat and general kind of hijinks. It feels a lot nicer to play than Silent Hill Downpour ever did. Downpour was torturous. So, we'll see. I'm impressed so far.
It kind of seems like one of those games where you're gonna have, like, you've got this little city segment, right, where you're boxed in by the collapsed streets, and you're gonna have 3 or 4 side quests, extra things you can do, right? Buildings you can go investigate, signals to investigate, and then you're gonna be left with nothing to do but the main quest. And then you're gonna do that, and you're gonna move on to the next little section, and you're gonna have the same 3 or 4 things to go do. Maybe not the same things, but similar count. Which isn't bad, but it's just not. It's not truly open world, but it's better than just like putting you on rails and, hey, you gotta go here, and then go here, and then go here, and then you're done, and the game's over.
Sure.
And it seems nice. It's very reminiscent of older games, but that's okay. Those games are good. It's been fun to make fun of for random things.
Well, we'll see. Again, the most distressing thing so far has been how blatantly they're borrowing from stuff that I like. And so that's kind of like where it veers off into acceptability. I don't know. There is only so much fan service you can take, I think.
Yeah. I think it'll be okay.
Well, we'll find out next week.
That we will.
Thanks for your time, Kenneth. I will see you then.
All right, I'll be around. Can't wait.